We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They returned home after playing in London last week, but it was a good trip as they came home a winner.
And that's a long flight when you lose, but not half as bad when you come home with a victory and full of bangers and mash.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And a year ago when he was drafted, it felt like Central Casting, Bo Nix coming to the NFL ready to roll, and he surpassed all expectations a season ago and threw for nearly 30 touchdown passes as a rookie. Fell just short with 29, but a huge piece of his team's future.
This is 2nd and 8. To throw, here's Nix. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Nix to the air. And this to a former Giant, it's Evan Ingram. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run up the gut to Dobbins. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Denver Broncos.
Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Broncos. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Will Lutz on for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately, 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
First down, New York.
Here's Dart. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Riley Moss there defensively.
They go play action with Dart. That ball caught by Slayton. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down.
In motion, Slayton. Play action now. Dart. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, and go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? He barely got the first down, but he got it.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Off the bootleg, it's Dart. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Yeah, that's a nice play design right there. He's going to fake the give, then roll out, and he lets his back leak out toward the pylon. And how about the throw? Right where he needed it to be for him to catch it in stride, he's able to take it into the end zone.
His kick is
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So this drive spans 7 plays. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
27-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now it's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing Nix. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look at repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Throwing from the gun here, Dart. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32.
Wrap up.
Still moving. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Given 40 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
Here's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. He is out of bounds inside the 35. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
Looking to throw. Nix targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple.
At the Giants' 26-yard.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This from 42 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down at 11. No, bottled up fumble. It's out, it's loose. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Over the middle, complete. That's Franklin. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and 4. Finds his tight end Ingram. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Nix looking to throw again. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. To throw is Dart. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 2. Here's the option. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
First down, Giants.
Tracy trying the right side. And he works his way free all the way down the outskirts of the red zone. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
17 yards.
Throwing, Dart. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
A short throw to Ingram. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Second down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Nix. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Franklin. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Dobbins running out of the gun. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to add on to that lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants going to take over again on offense. Last time out, remember they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculated, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
This one is Slayton over the middle. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 72 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Runs over it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that, because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
And when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
That's good.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10.
Nix from the shotgun. That's taken in by Franklin. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index, because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Lutz good on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
Alonso looked to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Hyatt there to grab it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Dart. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Dart. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Dart. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. Oh, and that is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 47-yard.
On play action, here's Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
And 10.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are able to widen their advantage. Wants to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Throwing his dart. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw now, Dart. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Denver, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.